I would like to call this village board meeting of Thursday, June 6, 2024 to order. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mayor Coker?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Here.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Here.
Trustee Light?
Here.
Trustee Meritato?
Here.
Trustee Project?
Here.
Trustee Schroeder?
Here.
Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
executive session, collective negotiating matters by and between the public body and its employees or their representative or deliberations by and between concerning salary schedule for one or more classes of employees pursuant to Open Meeting Act 5 ILCS 120/2 C2. Is there a motion to recess to executive session for the purpose of discussion, collective negotiation matters by and between the public body and its employees or their representative or deliberations concerning salary schedule for one or more classes of employees pursuant to Open Meeting Act 5 ILCS 120/2 C2. Trustee Light.
So moved. Second.
Second, Trustee Pat. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Project?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder?
Yes.
This meeting is recessed to executive session.
All right, we'll be right back.
I would like to call this village board meeting back to order. We now move on to petitions and communications, community announcement. Trustee Schmidt, please.
Join the Glendale Heights Police Department for movie night with a cop held at Safety Town on Fridays, June 7th, July 19th, and September 13th, starting at dusk. We will be showing family-friendly movies along with fun interactions with Glendale Heights' finest. Join us on Friday, June 7th, as we watch Disney's Wish, sponsored by the Glenside Public Library and Kiwanis Club of Glendale Heights. For more information, please contact Tanya Mako at 630-909-5459. The next coffee and chat with the village president and board will be Saturday, August 3rd at the Linda Jackson Center for Senior Citizens from 10 a.m. to noon. Please note, there is no coffee and chat in July. If you are unable to attend and have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the village president or village board, please call the village president's office anytime at 630-909-5302 or contact your district trustee. Thank you.
Trustee Siddiqui.
Join us at Veterans Memorial Park every Thursday for Glendale Heights Seasonal Market. Shop for food, produce, crafts, and more from locally sourced vendors. The market runs from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you would like to be a vendor or for more information, please contact Tanya Mako at 630-909-5459. Did you know Republic Services offer free electronic recycling available for all Glendale Heights residents? On the second regularly scheduled collection day of each month, Republic Services will collect electronic recyclables with your regular garbage and recycling collections. In order to have an item collected, you will need to contact Republic Services at least 24 hours in advance. Your electronic items should be kept separate from other waste for curbside pickup. For complete list of acceptable items, please contact Republic Services at 981-0091.
Trustee Light, please.
The Glendale Heights Police Department is now hiring new police officers. Applications are due by Thursday, August 15th. Join a team of hardworking individuals who have dedicated their careers to protecting and serving the residents of Glendale Heights while staying true to the community-oriented policing. Applications are available at the Village Hall or can be downloaded from the Village website at www.glendaleheights.org/HR. There is a mandatory orientation and written exam on Saturday, August 17th. For more information, please visit www.glendaleheights.org or contact the Glendale Heights Police Department Commission at 630-909-5398. The Village of Glendale Heights has many years of history dating, way back to our founding day of July 13th, 1959. The village invites everyone to attend our open house at Glendale Heights Historic House on Saturday, June 22nd from 10 to 1 p.m. and learn about all the rich history of our community. The Historic House is located at 311 Windy Point Drive at Heritage Park. We will be partnering with Glenside Library to host an ice cream soul show, along with tours, crafts, and more. For more information, please contact myself, Trustee Michael Light, at 630-909-5308, or Jessica at 630-260-6060.
Clerk Schmidt, please.
Join the Village of Glendale Heights team. We are now hiring for a variety of seasonal, part-time, and full-time positions in various departments throughout the village. Gain valuable experience and make friends that will last a lifetime working for the Village of Glendale Heights. For more information, please visit www.glendaleheights.org. Join the Village of Glendale Heights and the University of Chicago Medicine Advent Health for a free medical clinic this Saturday, June 8th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Sports Hub. This clinic is free and open to the public to help those who cannot afford health care insurance. Families and children are welcome. Services include dental exams, diabetes and nutrition education, eye exams, lab screenings, primary care, and much more. For more information or to pre-register, please visit www.glendaleheights.org.
Trustee Maritato.
Before I get started, I just want to say, the board, we're going to thoughts and prayers for Becky Dyboy. She's in the hospital. Summer is here, and the GH2O Aquatic Center is now open for the season. Stop by and learn about swim lessons, private pool rentals, membership, and more. Come relax in the pool, dive in the deep wall, or hang 10 on the floor rider. Regular season hours are Monday through Friday from noon to 7 p.m. and Saturday, Sunday, and holidays from noon to 5 p.m. For more information, contact the Sports Hall at 630-260-6060. Take your summer fun to the next level by attending Glendale Heights Fest. Glendale Heights Fest is Thursday, July 11th through Sunday, July 14th at Campbell Park. Enjoy carnival rides, exciting entertainment, and a wide variety of food. Be sure to come out on Sunday, July 14th, to one of the best fireworks show around. Like our Facebook page to stay up to date with important information about this year's Glendale Heights Fest, or visit www.glendaleheightsfest.com for more information. Thank you.
Trustee Pojek.
Flag Day is celebrated on Friday, June 14, 20 years ago. I started a flag recycling program and we have collected close to 10,000 flags that have been recycled. In honor for our red, white, and blue, the following tips for proudly displaying your U.S. flags are recommended by the National Flag Day Foundation. Hoist the flag briskly and lower it ceremoniously. You could display the flag overnight illuminated. No other flag or pennant should be placed above or at the same level of the right of the United States flag. Don't allow the flag to touch anything beneath it, including the ground, the water, or the floor. When your flag fades or wears thinly, typically after 1 year, replace it with a new one. Remember to dispose the worn flags at the village flag depository located at the circular island in front of the village hall. For proper military disposal, for information concerning the flag disposal program, please contact me, Village Trustee Chester Kojak, 630-909-5310.
Trustee Schroeder, please.
New village vehicle stickers are now available to purchase. The new vehicle sticker must be displayed by 12 a.m. on July 1st, 2024. Place it on the lower right-hand corner of the windshield. Passenger vehicle stickers are $15. Motorcycle tags are $12. Recreational vehicle stickers are $18, and trucks with a B plate are $25. There is an additional price schedule for trucks based on their individual weight. The village is now offering a non-expired forever vehicle sticker only for senior citizens age 62 or better. One free forever vehicle sticker is issued per qualifying household. For more information regarding village vehicle stickers, call 630-260-6000. Thank you.
Number 2, a proclamation to proclaim the month of June as LGBTQIA+ Pride Month. Number 3, a proclamation to proclaim June 19, 2024 as Juneteenth. If there are no objections, I will sign these proclamations. Okay.
She's for the next one.
Historic House?
Yes.
Okay. Historic House presentation, Jessica.
Thank you, Mayor and the rest of the board, and good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica Marasich, and I am a Recreation Supervisor for the Leisure Services Department. I am also a member of the Historic House Committee, along with these wonderful people standing beside me. If you are unfamiliar with the Historic House, here's some fun facts for you. It was built in 1888 over on Bloomingdale Road. The Byer family purchased the house in 1920 and lived there for many years. In the 1970s, Harold Ruskin, the founder of Glendale Heights, moved his Midland Enterprise business offices to the old farmhouse, and after his passing, the house was donated to the village in 1999. 1 year later, the house was moved to its current location at Heritage Park, and the Historic House Committee was formed. The current committee is chaired by District 3 Trustee Mike Light. The committee is working together to restore the house, update the historic information, and bring awareness to the house to the community. This year we worked with Glenside Middle School to create a custom field trip for their 7th grade students. On Friday, May 24th, the Historic House Committee gave 16 separate tours to over 200 students. The committee gave tours both inside the Historic House and around Heritage Park to teach the students a bit about the history of Glendale Heights and how life used to be. We look forward to turning this into an annual field trip and hope to work with more schools in the future. Over the summer, we are, once again, having 4 open house events where the community can take self-guided tours around the house. Each open house has a different theme based on the organization that is partnering with us. As trustee Mike Light already mentioned, the Glenside Public Library is partnering with us for the first open house in June, and this event is going to include an ice cream social. The next one, we will be partnering with the Glendale Heights Police Department and Glenside Fire Protection District. So we're partnering with them in July, and they will be teaching attendees about the history of their organizations. The Linda Jackson Center for Senior Citizens is partnering with us for the open house in August and will be handing out vintage candy to all attendees. The fourth and final open house will be taking place during the annual Harvest Fest event in September and will include a pumpkin patch. In addition to the open houses, the Historic House will also be putting on its annual Victorian Christmas event taking place on December 7th. This year's event will feature Glendale Heights' very own Chris Crandall Market. The event will have hot chocolate, holiday vendors, a carriage ride around the park, and much, much more. Thank you for the opportunity to showcase this Glendale Heights landmark to everyone. If you have not already, I encourage everyone to check out the Historic House at one of the many upcoming events that we have. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone has a good night.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that's on the committee. It's been really, really great working with a bunch of wonderful people. They're not all here represented, but I thank every one of them. We come up with some really, really great ideas. Quick question, how many people have we already had in the Historic House?
We've had over 200 people. I
And
don't know the
that's-
total number.
And that's a lot. That's
Yes.
actually quite a bit. That's fantastic. I look forward to all the open houses and our very first Chris Kringle Market, which I think will be an awesome addition. We have great plans for doing a lot of fun stuff around there. So I hope to see everybody out there. So if you get a chance, come by and check out the history. We're not talking just the older people there, but the history itself of the village. So please and thank you. Thank you everyone for coming
Thank you,
up today
everyone.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is D, public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item only? Please state your name and address.
Sean Rowe, Gregory Avenue. I'm just real quick about the Historic House. I was wanting to add a quick comment that maybe we could possibly look at working in cooperation with other community partners in the county. I know that they do a lot of other like historic education at places like Klein Creek Farm and stuff like that. So if we could maybe talk to some of the educators that they use and set that up for us also, that'd be cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? None. You have the consent agenda before you. Board Acting Village Administrator Doug Flint, please read the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mayor. 1, approval of the regular board meeting minutes of May 16th, 2024. 2, approval of the committee of the whole meeting minutes of May 16th, 2024. 3, approval of the accounts payable listing of June 6th, 2024. Total amount of $4,196,695.31. 4, resolution to approve and ratify the execution of an electricity supply agreement for streetlights with Constellation New Energy. 5, a resolution affirming the Village of Glendale Heights acceptance of Cool DuPage Initiative and goals as a charter community in partnership with DuPage County. 6, a motion to approve pay request number 1 to PowerLink Electric LLC for the fleet service building generator improvements. Total amount not to exceed $69,097.50. 7, a motion to approve pay request number 9 to IHC Construction Companies LLC for the wastewater treatment plant phosphorus removal upgrades. Total amount not to exceed $543,815.89.
Is there a motion
8,
to?
hold on. 8, a motion to approve pay request number 9 to Ballard Construction Company for the water supply facilities rehabilitation. Total amount not to exceed $256,728.22. And then 9 is approval of consent items.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Trustee Schmidt,
I move that the board
And
approve the consent agenda as
trustee
presented.
Light.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes,
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. F, old business, there is none. G, new business, number 1, a motion to waive first reading on new business items 2 through 4. Is there a motion to waive first reading on new business items 2 through 4. Trustee Schmidt,
So moved.
trustee Schroeder, second.
Second.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
The motion to waive first reading on new business item 2 through 4 is approved. Number 2, an ordinance to waive bid, accept the proposal of Kai's Restaurant Incorporated and approve and authorize the execution of an agreement by and between Kai's Restaurant Incorporation and the Village of Glendale Heights, LNI, for the sale of alcoholic beverages at the 2024 Glendale Heights Fest. First reading is waived. This is ordinance 2024-40. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-40? Trustee Pat,
So moved.
trustee Pojek.
Second.
Discussion? None. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2024-40 is approved. Number 3, an ordinance to waive bid and accept the proposal of Lance Christensen Company for the inspection of well number 5 and authorize the execution of a contract by and between Lance Christensen Company and Village of Glendale Heights, LNI. First reading is waived. This is ordinance 2024-41. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-41? Trustee Pojek
So moved.
and trustee Schroeder.
Second.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2024-41 is approved. Number 4, an ordinance to amend section 4-3-13 entitled Number of Licenses of Chapter 3 entitled Liquor Control of Title 4 entitled Business and License Registration of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, LNI. First reading is waived. This is ordinance 2024-42. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-42? Trustee Schmidt,
So moved.
trustee Pat.
Second.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2024-42 is approved. Number 5, an ordinance to amend section 7-7-1 entitled Definitions of Chapter 7 entitled Parking Regulation of Title 7 entitled Motor Vehicle and Traffic of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, LNI. First reading. Number 6, an ordinance to amend section 7-6 entitled Commercial Vehicle Parking of Chapter 7 entitled Parking Regulations of Title 7 entitled Motor Vehicle and Traffic of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. First reading. Number 7, an ordinance to amend section 7-3D-2 entitled Violations or Offenses Subject to Impoundment of Article D entitled Impoundment of Vehicle Used in Commission of Offenses of Chapter 3 entitled Enforcement of Regulations of Title 7 entitled Motor Vehicle and Traffic of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, LNI. First reading. Number 8, a resolution to amend and authorize the execution of plan review and inspection services agreement with B and F Construction Code Services Incorporated. This is Resolution 2024-R-68. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-68? Trustee Light,
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Siddiqui. Discussion. None. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui,
Yes.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek.
Yes.
The motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-68 is approved. Number 9, a resolution to approve and authorize the execution of plan review and inspection services agreement with Paramedics Services of Illinois Incorporated, DBA Fire Safety Consultants Incorporated. This is Resolution 2024-R-69. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-69? Trustee Schroeder,
So moved.
Trustee Schmidt,
Second.
discussion. None, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui,
Yes.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
The motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-69 is approved. 10, a resolution to approve and authorize the execution of a plan review and inspection services agreement with Wilden Engineering Incorporated. This is Resolution 2024-R-70. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-70? Trustee Pat.
So moved.
Trustee Siddiqui. Discussion.
Second.
Discussion none. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Siddiqui,
Yes.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt.
Yes.
The motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-70 is approved. 11, a resolution authorizing the renewal of the Master Power Supply Agreement dated May 18, 2023 for the aggregation program of electrical load. This is Resolution 2024-R-71. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-71? Trustee Smith,
So moved.
second. Trustee Pat. Discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui.
Yes.
The motion to adopt Resolution 2024-R-71 is approved. Each, public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item only? From public, anybody? None? Adjournment, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, Pat. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui.
Yes.
Trustee Light.
Yes.
This meeting is adjourned. Trustee Pojek, you have the committee of the whole meeting.
I'd like to call this committee to hold meeting on Thursday, June 6, 2024 to order. Will the clerk please note who's present?
Yes, noted.
Thank you. Committee reports. Glendale Lakes Golf Club Committee.
No report, but I got a little short story I can say. I should have said it before.
Go ahead.
But Tuesday was the last day of school. And I get a phone call from Cheryl, that crossing guard on the corner. She says, I need a volunteer. So I says, all depends. But I said, yeah, okay, so, she tells me be on the corner at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I go, and there's boxes of popsicles that she's handing out to all the kids getting out of school at 2 o'clock. Now, this had nothing to do with the village, we had nothing ever to do with it. She went out and spent her own money, give these kids popsicles at the last day of school. And I believe Jimmy Sullivan was there, and a couple other volunteers were there. So it turned out to be a fun day, and the kids really enjoyed it. And I wanted to just say thank you, Sharon, for donating your own time and money for that. Okay, I have no report for Glendale Heights.
All right. Historical Committee, Mike.
Hard to follow up with that, but I agree with Pat, what Pat had said on that, 100%. Also, not to toot my own horn, I am so looking excited about this open house. Don't forget, Saturday, June 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come on by the Historic House and say hi, okay? Thank you.
Ordinance Committee,
No report.
Parks and Rec Committee.
Okay, I got a short report. We had a meeting on Parks and Recs, discussed a lot of items, but the biggest one was a tree inventory grant that we're trying to get. The outcome of that grant will be updated urban forestry management plan, and the new tree ordinance will be before the board at the June 20th meeting.
Fantastic.
No, that's it for me, Justin.
Okay. Property Enhancement Committee.
Yes, we had a meeting on May 22nd. All committee members were present then. Mr. Bialis did an excellent job of running down the code enforcement, spring and summer cleanup operations, telling us what is looked for on the after winter cleanup that's done, what's permitted, what isn't permitted, and all in all, give an excellent presentation.
Yeah, I was at that meeting, and Tom does an excellent job every time we have the meetings for the residents and the property owners.
Yes, he does.
Senior Citizen Advisory Committee.
I just want residents to know that in April, we went to New Orleans, a group of us with the senior citizens, and it was a busload, and we had such a fantastic time. It was really amazing. We had a lot of people that had never had anything to do with the senior citizens, and now they're just thrilled to be a part of us. We're going to have a coffee just for those people who were at the New Orleans vacation that we had, and it's going to be on July 1st, and it's going to be at the Senior Center. You will all get an individual call. So if anyone has not heard what I'm saying now, I want you to know that you will be getting an individual call. And the other thing I want to mention is, we still need a pool table. We did get someone that responded, and it was very much appreciated, but the pool table that he was offering was not in any better shape than the one that we have. So if anyone still hears about a pool table, we'd really like to hear from you. Again, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Public comment on committee recommendation and discussion regarding. Is there anyone from the public who would like to address this board or on committee recommendation and/or discussion regarding? Anybody?
I'd like to say something about the pool table.
Please state your name, please.
George Ferrara, Glendale Heights resident. We have a good pool table. It just needs some work. It needs to be leveled, it needs to be recovered, new bumpers, and the light is not over the table anymore since they moved it, so it's.
But George, we're just asking the public, because you know what, it's amazing how many times people have something they really want to get rid of. And if we didn't have to pay anything for repairing the pool table the existing one that we have now, it would be wonderful to get a new one. So this is why I'm putting out a plea for it.
Well, the table you have now would cost less than $1,000. If you buy a new table and move it, it's not like picking up this piece of furniture. They have to take it all apart, and put it back together and then have to replace stuff on it anyway. So I know people that have got free pool tables and it costs them $1,000 to get it moved and recovered.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I should be discussing this, but anyway, you know what? There's not that many people that participate in the pool.
Oh, yes, there is.
And
now they
for us to
started
put out $1,000, right now, the senior center doesn't have $1,000. So
I
this is
understand
why
that. But
I'm
there's-
asking for this pool table.
But there's more people using it. There's even a women's league now started up on Monday nights or Monday afternoons. And there's more and more people wanting to use it.
Yes, I know that, and even the women are now playing pool, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But right now, there just isn't any money available for that $1,000.
I understand it. I just wanted to point out that we don't need a new table, and to get a used one is going to cost you as much as repairing that one.
Right, and I understand completely, and I'm with you 100%, George, and we really will do something about the pool table eventually, promise.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Please state your name, please.
At Pope Wayne Avenue. It's hard to ask, I'm asking before you discuss it, but my question is about the Budget Oversight Committee. At the meeting when that topic was brought up, Peter said that he didn't think it might even legally be possible to have that committee. So I wondered if you, A, did you check into that, but B, why would you want it? The budget oversight is your main job. That's what you guys do. You're supposed to oversee the budget. We put our faith in you. That's why we elect you. And you want to put that in the hands of the residents doesn't make any sense to me at all. I just don't get it. And if someone could explain it to me, I'd feel better about at least knowing what
Some
you're
of us
thinking.
discussed it already, Ed, and some of us are not in favor of it, period.
I didn't comment on the legality, I commented on practicality.
Well, you made it sound like it was kind of a in-between gray area for it.
No, I don't think there's anything illegal about it, I just don't think it's practical.
Yeah.
That was just,
Well, it doesn't make any sense. You're the board. It's your job to do
It's gonna
that.
be coming up later, so we'll discuss it a little later, okay?
Will we have a chance to comment then again afterwards?
there's public comment again.
Okay. Yeah, I know, but I came up once. I don't want to get screwed out of the second time then. All right, thanks.
Anybody else? Okay, committee recommendations, Planning and Zoning Commission.
I think there's somebody just.
I know you guys just talked about the oversight of the committee.
Please state your name.
Hi, Nada Jaze. I'm a Glendale
You can
Heights-
move that mic down.
There, okay. So I did write a speech for the oversight committee, but I'm just wondering, because I don't know why.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yes,
Address the board, not the
Okay.
audience.
okay, so I'll just read my speech. Sorry. Okay. So this is in regards to the committee that focuses on the finance of the village, and I feel like it's important for the residents to be a part of it. I think it's a really big role, important role for the finances to be dealt with residents and the dealings and the decisions that are being made, so that the residents are, like, it's transparent. It fosters trust. I know that we elected you, and we, believe what you guys do is for the betterment of the village. But I also understand that, we don't really know everything that's going on. Like, I had a concern last time. I was told that the residents will be paying for, like, a lawsuit for, like, many years to come, and we don't know where that's being allocated, how it's being allocated. Is our money just going, to other, fundings when it could be allocated for other things? So I just feel like when the residents are involved, we're able to vote on it, and people can come and discuss it and be able to understand, like, future plans if they're interested in, anything. May it be a fundraiser event for, helping families in the community, or maybe a new park. Like, for example, there's a park that needs to be done out I forgot the street, but I live in the Greenbrier area, and there's like a park there that a lot of the kids from Shorewood come and play, and there's no park there. So, things like this that the residents can be a part of, it just gives more transparency. It, has more accountability, and I think that it would be really crucial for residents to be involved. And we can elect people that are in the village that have, economic backgrounds, like whether they're financial planners or, CPAs and things like that. And that would be really beneficial for us, not just, the village itself, it could be the residents too. So that's why I feel like it would be important for residents to be involved in the committee. There's other committees, why not this too? It's just more for us to be more involved. And I understand that you guys also have like a approved fiscal plan, every year that is a public discussion with the residents. So, but that's done afterwards. Like, there's no input by the residents prior to the, Sorry.
Yeah, I heard him say that. All right, anybody else? All right, committee recommendations. Planning and Zoning Commission recommendation. Recommendation to approve an application for conditional use to allow a restaurant serving alcoholic beverage in a C2 community commercial district for JJPIASI 112 Gaming Inc. Doing business as Just Jackpots Gaming Cafe and located at 1581 Bloomingdale Road. Is there a motion to this board with a recommendation to concur? Trustee Schmidt,
So moved.
is there a second?
Second.
Pat, thank you. Discussion? Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
trustee Siddiqui,
Yes.
trustee Light,
Yes.
trustee Meritato,
Yes.
trustee Pojek,
Yes.
trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Mayor Coker.
Yes.
Motion passes. Planning and Zoning Commission recommendations. A, recommendation to approve an amendment to Title 11 zoning Chapter 10, Commercial Districts, Article A, C1, Neighborhood Commercial District, Sections 11-12A-2 and 11-10A-3, an amendment to Title 11 zoning Chapter 10, Commercial Districts, Article B, C2 Community Commercial District, Sections 11-10B-2 and 11-10B-3, and an amendment to Title 11 zoning, Chapter 10 Commercial Districts, Article C, C3 General Commercial District, Sections 11-10C-2 and 11-10C-3. Is there a motion to this board with a recommendation to concur? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Trustee Light,
Second.
discussion. Bill?
Mike, would you care to present on this one?
Certainly. So I'll give a little bit of background. So this is for the outdoor dining, and the purpose of these text amendments is to streamline the process and remove some nuance or conflict with respect to how the conditional use process governs the ability to outdoor dine if you have a liquor license. So I'll read an excerpt from the plan report. At this time, the commercial use tables within the zoning ordinance list outdoor dining seating for restaurants that don't serve alcohol beverages as a permitted use, while those same facilities for restaurants that do serve alcohol require a conditional use. From a zoning perspective, both types of outdoor cafes are considered ancillary or accessory uses to the main restaurant use, and both function in a similar manner. The key distinction between the two is the type of beverages that may be served outside. The ability to serve alcoholic beverages does not fall under the authority of the Planning and Zoning Commission, but rather the Liquor Commissioner, who enforces the liquor control ordinance. Therefore, the proposed request would eliminate any potential oversight conflicts between these two sections of the municipal code. Moreover, the proposed amendments include performance measures and standards that these outdoor dining cafes would need to adhere to in order to address or mitigate potential nuisance issues and complaints. Among these include, but are not limited to, the establishment of a permitting process, restrictions to the hours in which outdoor dining may be allowed, and a requirement that tables, chairs, and other appurtenances be both wind-resistant as well as harmonious within the architectural character of the building. Other amendments include modifications to the restaurant use categories within the permitted and conditional use tables of the C1, C2, and C3 districts in order to simplify, streamline, and eliminate unnecessary terminology. So effectively, what we're doing is, for the purposes of outdoor dining, currently it's permitted use for non-alcoholic use restaurants that don't have conditional use. And what we want to do is extend that and say, if you are a restaurant that already has the conditional use to serve alcoholic beverages, your outdoor dining is permitted as well. So it's removing that that authority that the Planning and Zoning Commission practically doesn't have, because that falls under the Liquor Commissioner, and restores it. And so I guess the one thing that we're seeking the board's input on at this time, we've kind of waffled back and forth with the hours. Right now, we have it established. We've discussed 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. as well as 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. And so if the board wants to weigh in or provide any guidance, they're kind of similar, but we don't anticipate many issues. And if there are issues with respect to those hours, it's our expectation that could be addressed under the nuisance ordinance and violations. So that's what we have to present to you, and would welcome any feedback.
Thank you. Anybody else? Pat?
Doug, are we doing like we did for COVID? I mean, for the businesses?
Well, the short answer is no. We don't have all of the blocking that we used during COVID is going to Summerfest. So different times, right? We didn't have Summerfest during COVID, so we had all the cement blocking that we used available. If the change of this allows already permitted or those with liquor licenses to have outdoor dining, but they have to provide a safe environment for them to do that, right? And that could be curbing, that could be fencing, that could be block of some sort, but that's going to be the responsibility of the proprietor to make sure that it's safe.
Okay, so they don't need a permit, right?
They do need a permit,
They do need a permit to do.
but they don't need a conditional use.
Okay,
They've already got that with the liquor license. And if they don't have a liquor license, all they need is come in and get a permit. If they have a liquor license, they need to come and get a permit. And we just have to make sure that it's safe for the people that are eating outdoors.
okay, I just wanted to make sure that the businesses that can't have outdoor dining, like a parking lot, some bars in town. And last year, when COVID, we had the barricades, we had the block.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't want to leave them out in the cold, where now they can't do it.
Certainly. So as a part of the permit process, we're going to consider each site. So everybody's site's a little bit different. Some businesses have their own parking facility and have land rights over that. Some businesses are in a shopping center and they might need permission from whoever owns the parking lot, right? And then as a part of that permit process, we'll also evaluate safety standards and make sure that everybody is safe within reasonable bounds, but it's also not prohibitive. That the safety standards aren't prohibitive from them being able to achieve outdoor dining. So we'll work through all of that in the permitting process.
Okay, good. All right, thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Anybody else? Mike?
Just me. Mike, they're gonna have to still follow the same procedures, go on plan commission, go through all the other stuff like
No.
that? Or will they just be able to apply for it?
So
and have it
for
approved?
existing businesses that have existing conditional use,
Okay,
they will not need to go to plan commission. If a new business wants to come in, right, and they need to get a conditional use to serve alcohol, then they will have to go through that planning process.
okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? No? Okay. Planning and Zoning Commission.
Would you take a vote, Marie? Marie, was there a vote on that?
No,
We don't
have not
vote on
voted.
that, do we?
Move it
Yeah,
to
we
the
do.
board. The
Okay.
motion is to move it to the board.
Move it to the board recommendation.
To concur.
We have
have a
a
motion.
There's
motion and a
motion, there's
second.
no vote yet, Justin.
We have a second. We need a roll call.
Roll call.
Trustee Meritato.
Yes.
Trustee Pojek.
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt.
Yes,
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Coker? Mayor Coker?
That's fine, yes.
And then Chairman Pojek, there was a comment or a request from one of the committee members. Are you gonna add anything under other? You didn't ask in the beginning. There was a request, I think, to add other. I didn't know if you want to take it now or when the other comes up.
Yeah, when it comes up later, it's not on here, I don't. see it.
Additions or deletions, like usually what you ask for.
Usually at the beginning.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Did you want to handle it when we get to other then?
We'll do it now.
We will do it when it comes to other.
You wanna
That's
do it
fine.
later?
That's fine, yeah.
All right. Okay, discussion regarding Budget Oversight Committee.
Yes. So that's, I'm the one who asked for it, and there is a reason why I asked for it. So dear respected trustees, we are entrusted with the responsibility to ensure taxpayers' money, and I propose the formation of this Budget and Finance Oversight Committee. Why is this necessary? You might ask. Simply put, the financial landscape we navigate is becoming increasingly complex and requires more specialized attention. The establishment of this committee will serve several critical functions. Number one, enhance financial oversight. A dedicated committee will provide rigorous oversight of our budget and financial practices, ensuring transparency and accountability. This oversight is crucial for detecting and addressing any discrepancies or inefficiencies early. Strategic financial planning. With focused team, we can engage in more thorough and strategic financial planning. This includes long-term budgeting, investment strategies, and risk management, ensuring that our financial practices are not only sustainable but also growth-oriented. Improved decision-making. Having a committee with expertise in finance will aid the board in making informed decisions. Their insight will be invaluable in evaluating financial proposals, assessing budgetary needs, and making recommendations that align with our strategic. To achieve these objectives, I propose that the committee be comprised of members with diverse financial expertise, including professionals from accounting, investment, financial planning, risk management sectors. The diversity will ensure a well-rounded approach to our financial oversight. Furthermore, the committee should meet regularly and report their findings and recommendations to the board. Transparency and open communication will be a key to the success of this initiative. In conclusion, forming a budget and finance oversight committee is not just a strategic move. It is necessary steps towards fortifying our financial stewardship. By doing so, we will enhance our ability to manage resources effectively, ensure long-term financial stability, and continue to fulfill our mission with confidence and integrity. So, I will give you just an example. We were giving this budget maybe 5 or 6 days ago, before the budget. And I can bet, like, none of us can go through all this, and that's why this committee is very important. So we know we have to go through this, and I really don't understand why so much opposition to this committee. I think 4 eyes are better than 2 eyes, and it is this committee will be compromised with, we will have Mr. Polling, we have trustees, and we have, my recommendation is from each district we have 1 or 2 people, residents, because this is their money, and they have all the right to know where their money is going. And because a lot of things which we can overlook, and I'm not saying that I'm pointing fingers to anyone or saying that they are not doing their job, but this is so much information which you can grab in certain time frame period. So my recommendation is having this committee, and long before even the budget comes in, this committee starts examining this, just like we have our plan commission committee, which do all their rigorous work and then send their recommendations to the board. So this is simple as it is. It's a better tool, and we can do our justification with our taxpayers' money by doing that. Thanks.
Thank you. I have a comment, Mr. Siddiqui. You know my situation, my wife at home. With all that problems I have there, I contacted all of our local mayors in this area. Not one has any committee responsible for this. We have a good staff over here. We don't need anybody from the other 6 districts. We know what we're doing here. That's my opinion, and so do the surrounding mayors. They have no committees regarding this.
So maybe.
So you want this to be the first village to do this?
With due respect, Mr. Chairman, I really don't care what the other villages are doing. I do care the taxpayers, which my constituents, what they tell me, and that's why I am here. I am their voice. They have a lot of concerns about their tax money, where their money is going, and I think this is the best way of, so we can have a better way of overlooking it. What the other mayors are doing, maybe it's the time for change. Maybe, you know what we are doing is not right, and we have to do it in a new way. This is the taxpayers' money, and they have all the right to see where their money is going.
Okay, anybody else? Mr. Schmidt.
Doug, the budget is available for public inspection, correct?
Yes, and it's online.
Okay, for how long a period?
Well,
I think once we approved it, then
it's online
available. Yeah.
year round, right?
Right.
Anybody can download it and look at it.
But the proposed budget is available online before it's
Not
enacted?
proposed. The proposed budget is not. That's why we had one-on-one meetings with elected officials, 1-on-2 meetings with elected officials, to go through the budget kind of line item by line item,
Okay,
to have that discussion with the elected officials.
okay.
All right, anybody else?
Are we looking for something here, or direction, or what are we looking for?
This is just a comment.
What's a
Comment,
discussion?
or we are going to vote for it?
It's a discussion topic only, so there's no vote.
Okay.
Right.
But you could, if you wish, as the chairman, poll your commission to see which way that they would go, to see what the flavor.
All right, we'll poll the commission. Anybody? Starting with Mr. Schmidt.
No,
Mr. Siddiqui.
Yes.
Mr. Light.
No.
Pat Meritato.
You can poll the mayor. The mayor is part of the commission, so you could poll the mayor.
Mr. K.
I not K.
Mr. Coker.
Abstain.
Pat.
No.
I say no. Mary?
I don't see any reason why the residents shouldn't be a part of committees that we have. I don't think
Then
that's
you
a,
vote yes then.
yes, I do. But I
Okay.
wanted the residents to know why I'm voting yes. I feel like they're a part of everything that we do, and everything we do is for you. And
Mr. Chairman.
And with
if
a
I
few,
may-
and as Mohammed said, if we start something new, what's the difference? Somebody has to start something. I don't feel that we have to do exactly what all the other villages are doing. If this is what our people want, then I think we should do what the people want. They're the ones that put us here.
It's what the board wants. It's what the board wants. What you're saying is that we don't trust Mr. Polling's staff.
I
Bill
think, Mr.
knows
Chairman,
I
you are
trust
taking
him
it very
completely.
wrong.
Please
This
don't put
is-
words into
yeah.
my mouth. I trust Bill completely. I think he's doing a fantastic job. And just because the residents are gonna put their 2 cents in, it doesn't mean that they're gonna change anything. They just wanna know what's going on. I don't think there's anything. Bill, if I've insulted you, I apologize. I didn't mean that
Chairman
you're
Wojcik,
not
you have
doing
two
a
people.
good
You have-
job. I
you have the
just
mayor
mean
and then
that the
Pat.
residents
Yeah.
wanna
Who?
be a part
The
of
mayor
it.
and then Pat,
I don't think
wanna
there's
make
anything
comments.
wrong with that.
All right, thank you, Mary.
All right.
Mr. Coker.
As far as Mr. Bailey is concerned, he's very competent person. He's very professional. I have 100% confidence on him. But I want to change my vote. I would say yes because our trust, most of the residents they want, and I am very transparent people, and I like that. I would say yes.
Thank you. Pat?
For one thing, the budget's online. Anybody could take a look at it, and if they don't like something, they can call any trustee on the board, they will answer the questions for number one. Bill, we get the budget 2 weeks, I get the budget 2 weeks before budget meetings. So that's plenty of time for me. Could we do 3 weeks? Give the budget to the trustees for 3 weeks, then they can run around their district and show everybody if they want?
We serve
I
at the
don't know.
pleasure of the board.
Huh?
We serve at the pleasure of the board. If the board needs
Well, I mean, can we do
information
3
sooner,
weeks?
Would you have enough time to prepare it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
we'll get it to you when you need it.
All right,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
let's go with 3 weeks.
Mr. Pett, can I correct you? The last
Yeah,
time
you
we
can
get
go, yeah,
the budget
you
is
can-
not
you
2
can
weeks
knock
ago.
your socks off,
It was
yeah.
5 days ago. It was 5 days ago, and I already told Mr. Flint about that.
It wasn't 5
Yes,
days.
5 days, I know. It was given to
Doug,
me on the,
can you make
it wasn't.
can you look it up on your?
And this
I
is
know,
the,
I know it was more than 5 days. But I don't know, you could be right. I'm not gonna sit
and
here and
my only
debate you.
question is why so much opposition when this is the most important thing?
That's
Because
right,
this
it
is
is.
the money which we are putting in, and I don't understand, this is the taxpayers' money, it's not our money. And the way we are, dispersing this money, and which projects, and you say that, oh, the budget is already online. It's online after it has been approved, not before that. So there is a lot of improvement, and that's what I am looking for. We can do. It's up to the board. I have only one board.
Pool, which you guys really aren't even involved in, except for the police, God bless them. I am out of order.
It's 4.
Okay, you're out of order, we voted here.
Yeah.
It was 4 to 3,
It wasn't a vote, it was just a poll.
A poll.
Oh. And it was voted no. So, next thing is committee appointments. Who has that?
That was-
Anybody?
Yes, that's also was put by me in the
Okay.
last board meeting. The reason why I put this, you probably have seen a lot of emails from the residents, and a lot of people in my residence complain about these two individuals, which are the part of our Property Enhancement Committee and the Parks Committee. And the reason why I want to have a discussion, open discussion about this is we already spent too much money on our legal fees on the lawsuit. I think it's almost like $500,000. We already paid Nicole Lewis $246,000 plus $100,000 or $150,000 in legal fees. So I think the board have seen the postings by these two individuals, and you guys are already aware of it. So my only worries is if any lawsuit comes because of these postings, because of their affiliation with the village, who will be responsible? So that's why I put this in, and I think the right thing to do is to terminate those two individuals from those committees, just to have so we have a better, the village has no affiliation with these two individuals.
Let me respond to this. Village or board, we did not spend $500,000 on lawsuit, number one. Number two, insurance paid, and insurance is not bound to us, it's not under our control. I talked with the attorney of insurance, he came to my office, he mentioned in detail, there were a lot of things I did not agree with him, but it was not $500,000. Village paid like, how much is Mr. Flint? About 30,000 something,
I don't have the number off the top of my head
Yeah,
on.
you mentioned
on the
last time,
legal fees
it's
for
not
that,
$500,000.
But I would agree, it's not $500,000
No,
in legal fees.
Is it in
I'm
total?
not talking about the legal fees, I'm saying the overall, because how much we paid Nicole Lewis, $246.
No, we did
Although
not.
it's paid by the insurance, but that doesn't mean it's insurance, they do not pay from their pocket, they charge you. That's the reason why we don't have any more insurance. No one is giving us insurance, we get a third-party insurance, which way high. Our deductible is now $25,000. So nothing is free in America. So saying that the insurance pays, no, that's the taxpayers, that's your money which is going in this. So that's the reason.
All right, Bill Schmidt,
Can you
Okay,
explain
first
this?
of all, the payment to Nicole Lewis has absolutely nothing to do with committee appointments.
No.
There is nothing to do with committees. Secondly, on-
You're right. Rules for vote.
You're on order, please, be quiet.
on May 22nd, we had a Property Enhancement Committee meeting. I opened the meeting by asking that any committee member having issues about Member Sullivan's participation on the committee to meet with me after the meeting privately, and we would discuss it. That was on May 22nd. Today is June 6th. I have not heard one word from any other committee member, including trustee Siddiqui.
I wasn't aware, I don't know. When
You
did
were,
ask?
I see your name listed as
Yeah,
being present.
But I think I did not hear that. Okay, if you wanna hear about this, definitely, it's not only just me. I have another committee member who also have a issue with this, and we will meet with you.
Okay,
All right, Michael Light?
What were the committees? Property Enhancement Committee, and what was the other one? You said,
Parks Committee.
golf.
who's on,
First-
oh, so it's
first of
not
all-
parks. All right,
First of all, it's
so,
not the park.
all right,
it's
so we're in the
golf
wrong
course committee.
page with that one, all right, all together. These are volunteer people. These are volunteer people that do a service of, no, I would say substantial, yes. They give their time, they give their heart and soul into this. They also have a free life, and they also have their opinion, which are allowed to. They're not underpaid, they don't fall under the village policies for pretty much everything, because they're volunteers. I'm not going to remove their freedom of speech or their right to speak or feel whatever they feel. The posts that they had said were very kind of benign. I didn't understand the one because I didn't read the Quran and I didn't read the Bible, so I couldn't tell you what that one was all about to begin with. I'm not going to remove anybody off of any committees for the very same reason, because there's a lot of people that volunteer and do a lot of good for us. So I'm a no-go on that one all the way around.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm a no-go.
Pat?
I'm a no-go.
Need a vote on
I'm
this?
not- Well, do
Well,
you
again,
have
we
to
can't-
poll?
It's only a
Are you
discussion
polling?
item. You
Just
can
take a poll.
You can poll, but we cannot take
Just
a
a poll.
Take a poll.
All right. Mary? Marie?
Trustee Schmidt,
No,
trustee Siddiqui?
Yes,
Trustee Light,
No,
trustee Meritato,
No.
trustee Pojek?
No.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Mayor Coker?
Yes.
4-3, the noes have it. Thank you. Planned event reimbursements. Who wants to take that?
I think that's Mayor Coker's.
What?
Is this one yours?
Planned event reimbursements.
Yes. Yes, I was informed by Keith that those $2,500, which is actually not paid cash, that is, village provide some services, like desk something, light, other some stuff of people and other, those not for profit organizations, they have their own cultural, artistic services, they have programs. So I want to make sure just that trustee, they say they pass, keep that or not. It's not my personal interest, I just want to know if it should be come through board, not through, appointed officials of the village.
Does anybody understand what Mr. Coker mentioned?
Let me explain you again. A village pay is $2,500. And this time, this year, they took that off. And I talked with Mr. Keith. I said, who took it off? That decision should be done by or made by board.
$2,500 off of what?
I'll explain it.
Pat?
You want me to? I'll explain it. every, like Pakistani Day, the Butterfly Day.
Yeah.
We gave them each $2,500 for the event. Okay? He should know, we took that $2,500 out of the budget. Cause we didn't wanna do it anymore. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the money's not in the budget, so, I mean, I would say, no, you know?
Yeah, we took that out of the budget this year. We talked about and removed it, so.
Yeah, we took it out of the budget.
Okay. Any further discussion on it?
I don't know, maybe you have to poll?
No, I
No.
just think that was just a discussion, I don't think he needs it.
Okay.
Okay, very good, thank you. Okay, the next item is public comment. Anybody from the public wanna make a comment?
Access Committee of the Whole.
Please state your name, you're gonna have 3 minutes.
I've got gum in my mouth, I'll do the best I can. My name's Peg Chandler. In 1973, I bought my first house in Glendale Heights on Golden Drive, 99 Golden Drive. Friendly neighborhood, mixed ethnicity, mixed religion, mixed age. It was a great place to live. Some of us still are friends to this day. Just in case it's important to anyone in this room, and I think it probably is, I am white, blue-eyed, blonde, Catholic, Irish, and female. Jim Sullivan is my nephew and my godson. I love him now and I'll love him forever. You couldn't have anyone better. When I woke up this morning, I was in the free country of the United States of America. One of our most valuable freedoms is free speech. We enjoy freedom almost every day across the many platforms of the internet. We can't live without the internet anymore. Laughing is a big part of freedom. Life gets too serious sometimes and a joke lightens the load. Jokes across the internet often say that Irish people are drunks, Italians are gangsters, Polish people are stupid, blondes are stupid, Muslims are terrorists, and Mexicans are landscapers. On and on and on. The smart people on the internet don't believe a word of this. The dumb people believe it. I looked at my Facebook tonight before coming to the meeting. I have 356 family members on Facebook. I guarantee you I don't know all of them, but they can post whatever they want on my page. It's an open page, and I have to deal with that. I don't agree with them politically. I don't agree with them religiously. If I don't like it, I remove it from my page. If I like it, I comment. And guess what? I have free speech, and everyone has to deal with what I want to say, as long as I don't threaten you or say I'm going to cause you harm in any way. Apparently, my nephew's volunteer time and kindness and skills are in question because of the internet. How nuts have we become? This kind of batshit craziness is a danger to our freedom. Because a Muslim internet troll complained about a comment on a Muslim joke that Jim did not post. A friend posted it. He has no control what anybody else does. Doesn't mean that anyone should be fired. Not a volunteer, no one. The person trolling Jim's Facebook should get off his page if she doesn't like what she sees, or he. I could have had a couple guys fired when I was working because of blonde jokes and pats on the ass in the workplace. Muslims ladies would die from that. Being a Facebook tattletale troll is not becoming. Assimilate. Become a
Pat, your
strong
time is up.
American
Pat,
woman.
your time is up.
Become
Thank you. Anybody else? Pat, Bill?
Ed Pope, Wayne Avenue. So you said I could respond from your topic of
Yes.
discussion. First thing I'd like to say that everything that Trustee Siddiqui said, it's your job to do those things. You don't need a committee for that. That's what you're here for. But what I'd like to know is, he said he only had you say you only had the budget for 5 days. Those committee meetings go on for 3 months, 2 to 3 months before the budget hearing. That you could have sat in those, if you're having a hard time understanding it, you could have sat in on those meetings and learned more.
Which meetings you are talking about?
When executive staff gets together and discusses the budget.
We were not part of that.
No, but you can, if you're not saying you don't understand it, you could have, but you didn't. And
Who invited
then, you don't have to be a trustee, you're a trustee, you can go, but you chose not to.
No,
Also,
how you know I chose?
Time out. State your, what your.
I'm stating myself, he's responding.
Okay.
Also, there's the public hearing, there's the meeting where you all get together at the senior center usually, and you discuss the budget openly, where we can come and give you our input. That's another opportunity, that's not just 5 days. So I don't know what the agenda behind this is, or why you're saying you're only getting 5 days when you actually have 2 to 3 months. So if you don't understand your job, that's a shame on you, but you don't need a committee for that. You need to know your job.
We had our last budget meeting in this room right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Tiki, sit down, he's next.
Sean Rowe, Gregory Avenue. Couple things. First of all, regarding the budget, I think that there's been a little bit of confusion because of maybe some doublespeak. The budget that is openly available to residents year-round online, as was said, is not the coming budget. It is the present budget. If we want to comment on the coming budget, then we would have to have some way to access the meetings, which, as we were just informed, only executive staff and trustees would be able to attend. I personally have had the opportunity to engage in democratic bodies multiple times, and I know what it is like to have multiple committees bringing you multiple resolutions. Oftentimes, in order to speed up sessions, you are waiving reading these in order to make sure that you can get home at a decent time. We all understand this. We are all human. However, if any of us as residents are expected to understand our budget, then we need to have some ability to access this. I understand that some of you do not want to form a committee, and I can understand your apprehension, but ubiquitously, everyone here overwhelmingly agrees that we want transparency on how our money is being spent, and I think that all of you would agree if you were in our positions. Regarding the concerns about First Amendment and about members of committee, I feel the need to remind this body, as well as my fellow constituents, that the First Amendment is that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom and fair speech, as well as the right to protest of a citizen. You are not Congress. If my employer chooses to hold me responsible for my behavior outside of work, that is not against my First Amendment right. That is my employer choosing to determine how I reflect on them. I understand that this is a volunteer position and that we are eager to accept volunteers in our community, anybody who is willing to help. However, time and time again, I have come and spoken to you all, and I have felt nothing but closed ears and closed eyes. You have so many people here willing to volunteer, willing to work with you, and you don't listen to us. You don't invite us back. Instead, you continue to invite back somebody that, yes, I know you all are familiar with and you appreciate. But notice that only white people are coming up here to defend Jim. I understand that there are occasionally folks who are coming up here.
Quiet.
May I get
Sit
my
down.
time back?
Sit down.
May I have my
If
time
this
back?
continues, I will adjourn this meeting very fast, and I've done it before.
My point here is simple, and it is not racist. It is that when you have a whole bunch of people who do not look like Jim telling you that he has hurt them, and a whole bunch of people that do look like Jim saying that they don't see a problem with his behavior, it is possible that
Time's
his
up.
behavior...
Thank you very much.
Do I get my time back for when they were
Time's
shouting?
up. Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
Good to have
I'm
you.
very sorry
Good
about
night.
your wife, sir.
Tika, you're next.
Hello, everybody. God bless you for being here, especially everybody who's here.
Tika, speak to the board, not to the audience.
Well, no, they're Americans.
Speak to the board.
I'm speaking to the villagers. I'm speaking
Speak
to the
to the board.
villagers. I'm speaking to everybody
Just-
to the board.
God bless you.
They have ears, you're on the mic, they can hear.
Okay, don't take up my time, please. So, go in peace. I say to all Glendale Heights villagers, go in peace. I thought, what can I do? I can pray. What can I do for the world? Not all that much, maybe, probably not, but pray a little bit. I made chocolate chip cookies, which George and Doug knows my kind of what I do. They didn't turn out, they taste delicious, but they didn't turn out quite right. But anyway,
They're very good.
I'm giving them to you.
Take it, don't
When
bring
I'm
it to the
done,
board.
when I'm done. So, yeah, I pray for everybody, and I've lost my place. Whether enemies or friends, we have to go in peace. We have to unite our country. Our country is really, I pray for America the most. Of all the countries in the world right now, America, we are in heavy duty. Glendale Heights, right up there with everybody else. I thought we might have something going special, but we're right in the dregs of the dregs. So, I cannot be overly concerned about other countries right now. I can't be overly concerned when I'm picking up garbage when I'm walking around the block, because what the heck, it's a little thing I can do. You know, what can you do? What can we do, really? You know, to bring about peace in our world right now. God bless you.
Thank you. Take and do it after the board, after we adjourn.
Okay. I've got cookies for everybody.
Anybody else? State your name, please, Mike.
Yes, sir. Michael Ontiveros, Glendale Heights. I've been silent since April 4th, but silent no more. Stop the hate, stop spreading the lies on social media, and more importantly, misinformation about the person I am. It's an insult to me and my family that ill-minded and misguided individuals are stating I have betrayed my country and my community by speaking for peace. My father is a veteran of foreign war. Both my father and mother have shown the greatest support a son could ever ask for. They taught me to stand up for what is right, and no matter what others believe. I am grateful for having such parents and a supportive spouse who has to endure the pain this has caused. I am a person of great integrity, loyalty, and transparency. I have dedicated a significant portion of my life to this village. I live here. I have a business here. I volunteer my time to help others and donate thousands of dollars to charitable organizations such as the Veterans of Foreign War, Make-A-Wish Foundation, the American Cancer Society, and Illinois Special Olympics, just to name a few. Yet I'm being blamed for a movement that started throughout our great country before I even spoke at this very podium. I'm here to tell everyone, for the record, I did not participate in any organization or any protest or paid anyone to attend our meetings. If a person wants to speak with me on any topic, I will do so regardless of whether I agree or disagree without prejudice. I was asked to lend my assistance and expertise to the trustees when they were up for re-election. I did, and guess what? They won. The very same trustees pledged their allegiance during the same time frame by giving me their word, their bond, that I would have their unwavering support in my bid for village president in April of 2025. I have fought hard, as everyone knows, against our village president for failure to carry out the duties of office and putting a black eye on our community. I am focused on the issues that pertain to our residents, especially those on a fixed income, such as our senior citizens as it relates to rising inflation, taxes, and spending of taxpayer dollars. I stand for improved governance and fiscal responsibility. That's the person I am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Hi, I am Bev Pappas, and I come to this meeting and I feel really sad. I've been here 51 years, and I listen to this arguing and who's right and who's wrong. And this isn't my village. My kids played baseball and football, and our parents went out there and they helped. We didn't have a sports hub that would have these people come out. It was parents, it was sisters, it was brothers. And I hear you, and I do not, and I gotta say something. When somebody says, and was on the computer, and I said certain things, and I had a person use the word F something to me. That is not right. And I do, like I said, I go on the internet, and everybody has their own right to their opinion. You're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you like a lot of things. I volunteer. I don't know how many years I have volunteered at Ruskin Park. I pull weeds, I dig weeds, I plant flowers. I don't get one red cent. I don't talk about a budget. I don't talk about this. I swear about people. People are important. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what sex you are. It's who you are. And if you don't start looking at people as people, instead of sitting there arguing, I want this and I want that, and we should have this and we should have that. No! I do this for nothing. For the goodness of the people. And that's what I want to see here. I'm tired of this arguing and all this and disagreeing with everybody, and that everybody's perfect. They're not. We got to work together as friends, as family members, and continue to be good to each other, because that's what it's all about. It's about you and me and the world.
Thank you, Bev. Anybody else?
Good job, Bev. Good job, Bev.
My name is Dan Bailey, and I want to say a couple things. Thank you for letting me speak. The other night, Tuesday night, I was watching my grandkids, a year and a half and 3 years old. They cried inconsolably when their parents left, but their parents were returning in 3 hours. It's hard to watch them crying without being able to address their distress, without being able to stop their distress. Then the next morning, I watched the news about atrocities in Gaza that happened that night. Unfortunately, many children in Gaza will never see their parents again, and even worse, some parents may end up holding a white shroud filled with body parts of their children, courtesy of an American-made Israeli-dropped bomb, the bombs that we pay for. I imagine my grandkids that I love so much in those situations. We cannot allow this to continue. We must end our supply of weapons to Israel to end this slaughter of civilians both in Gaza and the West Bank, cause a ceasefire immediate and permanent, then provide abundant humanitarian aid and bring about negotiations that lead to all the people there living in peace, freedom, and prosperity. This is what America is about, not enabling genocide. Today is June 6th, when we commemorate D-Day. American troops invaded Europe to fight the right-wing extremist, racist, fascist Nazis to end the genocide referred to as the Holocaust. Today, our money, weapons, and support go to the right-wing extremist, racist, fascist Israeli government for their genocide against a helpless, trapped population of non-combatants. As I said, this is un-American. We should do anything and all we can to do to stop it. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, there he is.
Mike Somerville, Paul Avenue, Glendale Heights. Just want a couple comments. First of all, I know I volunteered for a committee, and to this day, I never heard anything back from them. I mean, it'd be common courtesy to inform people. I learned what on the watching the things on YouTube, looking at the agenda. But I would suggest that if you have people that are volunteering for a committee, please let them know whether they're going to get it or they're going, thank you for your time, but you weren't picked. Or it's common sense, proud and progressive. Second of all, again, I've been accused of being a racist, but people do not know who I am. What kind of service I've done for this village. I've been in this village for 61 years. To be called a racist, 33 years as a police officer, 24 years as a school board member, and still living in this town. I don't believe it. I've known these people here since they were little kids. They're not racist. People have views. Accept their views. Because I have a son in the military. I know where he's at. He's not where he's supposed to be as far as where he wants to be. But he's there because of service to the country. But please, and one more thing. I watched the Facebook and everything. I saw a comment that a citizen had that said that, again, it maybe happened or maybe not happened. But they said they called the village. The village said, it's not our problem. And then referred them to somewhere else. But what I'm saying, if you're proud and progressive, you take that information. You send somebody out there to see. And I exactly know where they are talking about it because I know exactly the spot that they're talking about. Yes, low power lines. But it works better if it comes from a village that says, hey, listen, this may not be up to code. If a resident calls, people tend to blow people off. But I'm saying if you're proud and progressive, be there and take the next step. Go the extra mile. When I was a police officer, I went the extra mile. I've been involved in everything. But again, I want to thank you. But again, if somebody volunteers for something or wants to be on a committee, it'd be nice to say, sorry, Mike, you weren't picked. And then I see it on YouTube. Again, I understand. Okay, I make comments about cannabis, and I know it. I strongly believe in it to this day. So, thank you.
Mr. Somerville, I
Thank
really appreciate for your services, and I knew you before I became mayor. You were worked as a police officer, number one. Number two, you are very wise and very prudent person. I salute you, for your services.
Is there anybody else?
My name is Maureen May, and I live on Van Trova in Glendale Heights. I've been in Glendale Heights since '96 and in Van Trova since 2003. I would just like to say that our village people do a better job. We got new sidewalks put in, and they did a very poor job of, laying out the foundations, doing the cement. Our sidewalks are really poor. I wish you would have not contracted to that company. You would have used our village people. And then I also would like to ask why some people's taxes went up and some people's taxes went down. If you could tell me that.
We'll look into that for you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Hi, Farzeen Harunani. I'm actually.
What is your name?
Farzeen Harunani. So last time I came, my words were deemed disrespectful, but I don't see how it was disrespectful because I said if you equate 3,000 lives to 2 billion lives, then you are a bigot, and a bigot does not deserve government. And I don't think any of you are in that category. I feel like I should qualify that. Just like if someone were to blame all Christians for the slave trade in the Americas, I would say that that person is a bigot and that person also doesn't deserve office. But let's move on to why I believe that Glendale Heights is not upholding the resolution that it passed a few weeks ago. And I'll give 4 examples that all happened right here at Village Hall. People were acted with impunity and were even applauded. So the first time I met Esther, it was because she told me that my lived experiences are not true. And then last time, actually 2 weeks ago, she came up to the podium not only to deny hate crimes, but say, well, maybe they happened, but if they did, it's okay. People should be able to do that. Then the first time I met George, he told me to go back where I came from. He didn't know me, didn't know my name, didn't know anything, told me to go back where I came from. But I'm sorry, George, I don't think I would fit back in my mother's womb. I have video evidence, sir. Please let me speak. I have no intention to go back to Rochelle, Illinois, either. The first time I encountered Jim, it's because he was communicating on Facebook where to find myself and my friends in order to intimidate us. That is called stalking. Furthermore, he seemed to think we were some kind of anti-American vampires who would spontaneously combust in the sun of some country music. Alas, we are just normal Americans who enjoy good music. Additionally, Jim, I wish someone would pay me to get stalked and harassed, but no, I don't. Finally, the most concerning moment was when Beanish asked this room who condemns October 7th, and everyone raised their hand, including Cheryl. However, when Beanish asked who condemns anti-Semitism, Cheryl did not raise her hand. Neither did Esther or George. To be fair, I did not see whether Jim did. Nobody at all should be okay with anti-Semitism or Islamophobia. When we talk about racism, we aren't just talking about the color of someone's skin. We also mean broad assumptions and lack of condemnation of discrimination against people's faith. However, religionist isn't a word that we usually use. In this room, Islamic dress has been mocked. Prayer has been mocked. People's accents have been mocked. All of this adds up to a pattern of discrimination that goes unchecked. Each person in Glendale Heights has the right to live in dignity without mockery based on their external qualities. We are simply asking you to uphold a resolution that you already passed. Thank you.
I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Not
during
public comment.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let the guy.
Public comment.
Yeah, he was the first,
All right. We got a time limit at 9:45.
Adil Salam, Glendale Heights. History is going to repeat itself after 3 long years. Good to see everybody here, all old friends. 3 years ago, 3 years ago when I first stood on this podium, it was about cricket. And I had one saying and one saying only: we, the villagers, the taxpayers, should decide what happens in our village. I heard everybody. Cheryl is a friend. She's a sweetheart, darling. I love you. Facebook, Jimmy. We talk a lot on Facebook. We don't see eye to eye with what you say, with what I say, but we respectfully agree to disagree. Exactly right. What I don't appreciate as an American by choice and as a Muslim by choice is somebody making a mockery of my country and the name. And I'm going to be very passionately speaking. And this goes to you, George Papas. I want you to pay attention to this. On our Memorial Day celebration, what we do every year, there were some signs held. I'm a firm believer. You don't like this place? Get the hell out. It's as simple as that. There's no two ways about it. You chose to come here. We accepted you here. They accepted you here. We live here respectfully. You don't like this place? Get the hell out. Go back to where you belong. Don't stand on my land on a Memorial Day, especially to the day where the fallen heroes are celebrated and honored, and held a sign which says, quote, "Welcome to the United States of Israel." Now that's called mockery. That's not fair. There should be accountability. You all are accountable. You all are accountable to this. This should not be allowed in this village. We live here for 25 years. I've been living here for 22 years. I've never seen this kind of attitude ever before, especially not from a resident, somebody who lives in Hoffman Estates. I don't agree to it. I didn't agree to it when somebody from Whedon came and asked for cricket fields. I don't agree to it today. My stand stays the same. Second thing which I want everybody to pay attention on, there were 2 kids which fell from the slide. I think your officers know, my kids were playing there also. That slide is very unsafe. You guys gotta do something about that. A lot of kids, the bigger slide, 2 kids fell from the top. And the cops were called, one was in a bad shape. They did not choose to go in an ambulance, they chose to go home because the parents were far away. So there should be something done, and unless something is done, that slide should be closed. Cheryl, I love you, I still love you, I'll love you tomorrow. I'm gonna correct you with something you posted on Facebook about not loving the neighbors. And
Time is up, sir. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna do it in person.
Thank you very much.
My name is George Ferrara, I live in Glendale.
You were up there before, George.
Pardon?
You were up there.
He was talking about pool table. That was on the pool table I was up.
All right.
I agree with the gentleman said, and what I'm about to say is not directed at any group of people, but to anybody in the world that wants to come to America. I assume you want to escape the problems in your homeland and build a better life. America is a place to accomplish that goal. But you must leave the problems, your homeland, in your homeland. Don't bring your problems to us. America is my home and its citizens are my family. I welcome you all with open arms if you want to assimilate in my family. But if you come to my home and disrespect my family by bringing the politics and wars from your homeland, then I say stay in your homeland and fight your battles where they belong.
Hi, I'm Mickey Sullivan. I used to live in town. I grew up in town. Some of you guys know my family. Jimmy is my brother. About 3 rows of people over there that are my family. And there's well over 100 years of service to this community. Not just the country, not a job. To this community in our family. My brother did not give a crap about the color of the person receiving the water when a main broke on Glen Road in the middle of the night when he was in his 20s digging a hole with below 0 temperatures. He didn't care about race, creed, or religion. Neither do any of us. We were raised differently than that. And for people to assume that my brother has any racist inclinations in his body, we were raised to judge each other by character. And if you have a flaw in your character, then there's a problem with the relationship between our family and you. Simple as that. It's nothing more than harassment and defamation to allow people to speak to my brother's character without any evidence of him saying a single thing in any record. And I'd like it all stricken from the record. And it should be because it's defamation. Thank you.
I'm Angel. We live in the great United States of America, land of the free. One of our most cherished rights is the freedom of speech. However, with this freedom comes the reality of consequences for the things we say. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Imagine if I were to sit here and say all the white people in this room are racist. Just kidding. But even making such a statement in jest would have immediate repercussions. People would be highly upset, feeling a deep sense of division, and some might even respond with hostility, which they have. This illustrates that while we are free to say almost anything, our words have power and impact. In this community, I have seen my Palestinian brothers and sisters, along with their allies, subjected to hateful and racist rhetoric, both online and in public, including in this very room. And it's disheartening to see such behavior in a community that claims to value every member. By allowing these comments to go unchecked, you are not just tolerating, but enabling the division and hate. Your duty as city council members is to foster a community where everyone feels respected and heard. Yet you allow individuals who embody ignorance and blatant racism to spew their hate without consequences. This is unacceptable. What kind of example are you setting? What message are you sending to our community? These meetings have often devolved into disgraceful clown shows. And the saddest part is that while this farce continues, real lives are being affected and real harm is being done. You must do better, and it's time to stop enabling racism and eliminate the double standards that allow it to thrive. In America, we have the right to speak freely, but be quiet, please. But that does not absolve us of the responsibilities for the impact of our words. When we let hateful rhetoric go unchecked, we erode the very foundation of our community. We foster division instead of unity, and we harm those who are already vulnerable. Moreover, as representatives of this community, you must hold yourselves to a higher standard. Some council members have mirrored the hostility of the most divisive residents. This behavior is unacceptable, and you should be exemplifying decorum and respect, even when faced with difficult situations. Your actions set the tone for our community, and you must lead by example. This community demands and deserves better, and it is time to hold ourselves and each other accountable for our words and actions. We need to work together to create a community where respect and understanding prevail, where the freedom to speak comes with the responsibility to build up, not tear down. Thank you.
Mr. Pancione, excuse me, hang on one second. Trustee Meritato is gonna take over as chairman, because I have to leave.
Well, then what we'll do is if we'll entertain a motion to appoint,
Pat Meritato.
Trustee Meritato, chair of the committee of the whole for the remainder of the meeting. Is there a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Pat, it's all yours. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Justin. Okay, state your name.
My name is Syed Ahmed. So I'm going to talk about my sign I put up. People were offended. They have the right to be upset and not offended. So let's talk about the money. Israeli lobby gives to our U.S. government. In the last 4 years, Joe Biden got $5.7 million, foreign country.
I could just.
Kamala Harris, get up.
Let him speak.
Kamala
Let him
Harris.
speak, or I'm going to end the meeting. So.
Can you stop my time? Can you stop my time?
Let him speak.
Can you? Can I have my time back?
Let him speak, please. Let him speak.
Can I have my time?
You guys, the meeting's gonna be cleared if we can't keep order.
So, are you gonna restart
Sir,
my time?
continue.
Yeah, I need my time back because they took about a
I'm
minute.
restarting your time. Don't worry
Thank
about
you.
it. Identify yourself if you haven't already.
So, Joe Biden, $5.7 million. Kamala Harris, $182,000.
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
Not motion.
Is there a motion? No. We got a second?
Let's go.
We gotta let him talk.
Yes, sir.
We have to let him talk, so everybody just let him talk, please.
Okay, everybody calm down.
I like that.
Sir, did you just?
Just let him talk.
Can you remove her?
Just let him.
Okay.
Hey, we need order. We need order.
I need
Let
order.
the gentleman talk, please, thank you.
Sir, if you have not identified yourself, just identify. I didn't hear if you did, but
Just everybody calm down, because I don't want to have anybody leave the room.
My
I
name
mean,
is
it
Syed
won't be
Ahmed.
right, but I will do it. So let him talk. He's got 3 minutes.
your time's been restarted.
Thank you.
And at 10 o'clock, this meeting's gonna be over. So there's 10 more minutes left.
So,
Go ahead.
Just identify yourself.
my name is Syed Ahmed.
The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah. So the foreign country giving our government money. Joe Biden, $5.7 million. Kamala Harris, $182,000. This is from the last 4 years. Hillary Clinton, $2.36 million. Mark Kirk, $2.295 million. Dick Durbin, $1.13 million. Tammy Duckworth, $780,000. Roger Krishnamurthy, $723,000. Bill Foster, $545,000. Brad Snyder, $1.35 million. So you should be upset our government is taking money from our foreign country and sending billions in return, in weapons and in cash so they can live a luxurious life over there. All right, so Congressman Brian Mast wearing an IDF uniform to a congressional meeting. This is our congressman from Florida wearing an IDF uniform to a congressional meeting. Now they're trying to pass a new bill that would extend U.S. military benefits to the Americans serving in the IDF. American citizens fighting for a foreign country will get U.S. veteran benefits. The amendment proposed by H.R. 8445 further incentives U.S. citizens to become active participants in the Gaza genocide. You should be upset, just like I am. The sign said it all. All the politicians are selling our country to Israel for mere gain for themselves. These are just a few examples in what our heroes sacrificed their life. What did our heroes sacrifice their life for? To serve a foreign country? We got heroes that are homeless, handicapped, can't get health care, can't get psychological support, and so on. We got family members of fallen heroes that have no financial support from our government. While Israel, with our tax dollars, is getting free education, free health care, they're getting free food from our restaurants, our businesses over here, while our people are starving. So far, we gave over 40 billion since October 7th. That money could have been used for our veterans. Thank you.
State your name, please.
Good evening. My name is Farah Shafiuddin. I live around Brandon Drive. Today I'd like to speak about Memorial Day. Memorial Day grew out of the Civil War, as we all know. Every year since the Civil War, Americans have been commemorating the numerous lives lost of the brave people who fought wars that could have been prevented. The people who fought in the Civil War, their lives did not have to be cut short. Had the idea of the abolition of slavery not been hated and opposed so much by so many. In the Vietnam War, the most American deaths were of those who were age 20, and that's just 2 or 3 years out of high school. At that age, our kids are still young, living the best days of their lives. As we all know, there were many ways that America could have prevented that war. The Iraq War, there was no reason for it, as we found out, except for the fickleness and egos of politicians in charge seeking to privately profit. We found no weapons of mass destruction. Where were they? They were not in Iraq. World War I, Korea, the Vietnam War, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Afghanistan, Iraq, 20 years on, and now there is reflection and regret in Congress. And as if there can ever be any reparations, last year the Senate approved to repeal the Iraq War authorization. See Senate Bill 316. My point is that we need to be very persistent in sending the message. America needs to stop participating in the unjust deaths of millions of people around the world and in America. Historically, about 1,200 Americans are sent to fight in Israeli military, called the IDF, at any given time. 1,200 Americans. Does it not bother you that American soldiers' lives are being put on the line for another country? This Memorial Day, many Americans, including veterans throughout the nation, in DC, in Sacramento, in Honolulu, and in several local cities, partook in a demonstration of protest to say the same thing. America needs to stop its lust for wars, stop aiding, abetting, funding wars and genocides, stop killing people overseas, keep our brave people and our hard-earned money here at home. This is the message of the demonstrations. Thank you.
Okay, state your name, please.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Monica Moro. I'm a human, I'm a parent, and I'm a member of clergy. I did not come here today to preach, but I came here to share with you what I observed here today. As a parent, my teen kids came to me when they were witnessing some bullying at school, and they asked me, "Mom, what is the difference between a good and a bad joke?" And it Took me a while to figure it out, I have to admit. And I said, good joke is such when everybody can have fun, everybody can laugh. If only one person is left behind and feels bad or hurt, it's a bad joke and it qualifies for bullying. If my kids got it, I think we adults should get it too. And I'm not here to judge or blame anybody, but I think that as a responsible adult, if I am in charge of my Facebook, I cannot control what other people will post there. But it is my right and obligation to take a stance, to set a boundary. So if it were, I cannot tell Mr. Sullivan, who I do not personally know at all, what to do. But if it were my Facebook page, I think that I would just delete that post and maybe reach out to that friend and say like, hey, not cool. You know, times are really rough. People are sensitive because their families killed in the country which is Muslim. So it's not a good joke. Very simple. I'd like to thank all of you who said yes today, because yes, with a reason means change, and it means life. It means that this village will be alive. If the citizens ask for transparency, they want to participate actively in decision making, I think that there's no harm. And quite frankly, and please, don't take it personally, I barely know any of you, but if all the people who have good intentions, who have good integrity, who know what they are doing, they play with open hands. They have nothing to hide. They don't mind if somebody stands behind their back and checks. So please answer to your conscience. I'm not here to judge. It's just my stance. Yes, 4 eyes see definitely more than 2. And I think it's time for more honesty and more transparency within our community, within our society, within this country. I also would like to say that justice and peace is based on single standards. Many of us were raised on double standards without even realizing that. Per my observation tonight, the people who are suffering emotionally because their friends and family are slaughtered abroad. Let me finish, please.
Excuse me, time's up. Okay, we got time for
They
one
are
more.
calmer than people who
I'm
feel
sorry,
hurt
your time is
because
up, ma'am.
I understand. If
I'm sorry, your time is up.
I understand.
We got time for
Silencing is abuse.
We got time for one more.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Britt. I live in Glendale Heights. I think we're all concerned about the war and what's going on. I just wanted to say that because, you know, people dying is not okay. But I don't think it's the board's job, because the problems are federally and throughout the government that is run in Washington, D.C., and I don't think that the village, there's much the village can do about the current situation, unfortunately. We do have money, but our money goes to the village and it doesn't go out of the country or out of the state even. So I understand that people are getting killed and it is awful what is happening, and I think that there should be some funding things, but I don't think the village is the place to address that. It's higher up than the village. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn. Bill?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
Mike?
Is there a second to adjourn?
I was having a lot of fun. Yeah, go ahead. Second.
Okay. Roll call?
You could do by voice.
Okay, by voice. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, being none, thank everybody for coming. Join us at the next meeting. We like a lot of company.